they're definitely not looking to stay in there much longer. They've been born for over a week now.
Hey guys, welcome to Crawly Creepers. So these are Luxia's babies and they were born a bit over a week ago. Everything I read about fishing spiders says they should be dispersing a little bit after their first molt, which should be happening sometime a little bit after a week. But I can't see a molt anywhere. However, they are becoming way more active and are showing signs of being ready to leave. The only issue is I'm not ready for that to happen yet. I don't have anything set up in preparation for that. So in this video, you'll see me modify my current setup to prevent them from escaping the tank. They haven't shown any signs of being aggressive towards each other, so I'm going to temporarily lock them up in this tank and then get ready to remove them from there the next day. Also, I have to confess that everything you're watching happened a few weeks ago. I did receive some comments in my last video recommending that I separate them soon. Now just please be aware that what you're seeing is already a few weeks in the past for me. My current situation in the present is not the same as what you're seeing on the screen. In the present, both broods have already been transferred to separate containers. They've been fed fruit flies a few times. Some of them have molted and both moms have eaten their fill and both made a second egg sac, which I'm expecting are probably going to hatch in a little over a week of me posting this video. I've also found a third spider, which I will be introducing soon. There's so much happening that I can't even edit it all and post it all fast enough to keep up with everything. So I hope you guys are enjoying the content because there's a lot more coming up.
Now, I didn't expect them to decide to be on the move until after the first molt, and I haven't seen a molt anywhere. But these are getting pretty high. Sorry, lost my grip there. They were spending their entire time in the web. Now they're getting pretty high, and now I'm getting worried that they're gonna go all the way to the top. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I put some Vaseline or petroleum jelly all over to seal this and prevent them from coming out. Now that was over a week ago, and now I've grown attached to these little buggers, and I don't want them to get stuck in that petroleum jelly anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all of this, and then I'm going to use one of my old shirts, and I'm going to put the old shirt and cover like under that screen. I'm going to put the screen over the shirt that's covering the tank, so now they won't be able to go through the shirt, but at least it's not going to kill them if they try. So, oh, and by the way, other update, I bought some fruit flies. This way I'm ready to feed them as soon as they're ready to leave the nest. And I bought these. So I'm not going to be releasing them right away after their first molt. I'm going to put them in these, and my intention is this spider's babies are going to go in one container, and then this spider's babies, which are still here, I don't know where mom is though. Huh. Like for the first time she actually left them. And they've been born for like, I don't know, 3-4 days, something like that. But anyway, her babies are gonna go in one container. Her babies are gonna go in one container. I'm gonna name them differently so that I can keep track of which baby came from which spider. And I'll decide afterwards like how many of them I release, how many of them I keep. Now first thing first, I need to clean that up. Alright, I think I've removed enough of it to where I'm not worried about the babies getting stuck in a bunch of Vaseline and then dying because they can't get out. Babies are still getting closer to the edge, but I'm not worried about them escaping. I've just actually spent some time in the garage right now with the lid open, but they are definitely exploring way more. Anyway, I'm gonna be putting the lid back on very soon. So what I've been doing, I cut out an old shirt, very old shirt. So that's just one side of the shirt. It doesn't have any sleeves or anything like that, and it's big enough to where I can wrap the whole lid with it. So I'm gonna wrap it up like this. I'm gonna need both my hands to do this, obviously. And then I went in the garage and then I bent some nails. Obviously there's many ways that this could be done. I don't have any pins or whatever I could use to like fix the fabric to where it's holding tight like this. So I'm gonna use a nail, kind of like a hook, and then hopefully after that I have pliers big enough to where I can grab it like that and close it up. This is the way I came up with what I had. Look at how close they're getting. They're definitely not looking to stay in there much longer. So yeah, I'm almost done with this. I think I'm just gonna put it on, then I'm gonna pull it tight and use maybe duct tape to tighten everything up. But yeah, I think this is how it's gonna be for now. All right, I couldn't find any duct tape, but I found some tuck tape, which is gonna have to do, and it's gonna do the same job, if not better. I don't think they can escape. I really don't think they can. Only thing is, they're gonna be really hard to see if they're walking on the fabric, which is something that I didn't think about until now. I will admit, this is a goof. And then I was also thinking, like, I can't spray water through here anymore. It's not gonna mist the whole tank. It's just gonna make the fabric wet and then it's gonna drip. So that's not what I want. So I'm gonna have to lift this and then spray inside directly and then close it again. Yeah, it's hard to see them from very close. There's a baby Dolomedes tenebrosus right there. So tiny. Maybe they molted, but I don't see a molt anywhere. I really got them in time. I'm glad I was home.
All right, that's all for this update. I know it was a little shorter than the other ones, but soon I'll post a video of how the transfer went, and let's just say it wasn't without complications. Also, a few of you have already asked me to send them some babies. I believe that in Canada, I'm not free to just send whatever I want to other countries. Some things require a license, so I'll have to get all the info that I need before I consider sending anything to other countries. Also, be aware that if I do end up going that route, I will have to sell the spiders to you, and the price will definitely cover the cost of shipping and packaging. And I will also ask around to find out how much professional breeders are selling their baby spiders, just to give me an idea. Now, I don't think that I'll be turning myself into a professional breeder. I don't think that I'll ever be making a living off of this, but if I'm going to be keeping spiders, I can for sure expect to be getting egg sacs on occasion, and if people want to get some babies from me, then there's a chance I might be able to sell you some babies, just as long as I'm not breaking any laws. Also, just in case you guys are wondering what my long-term goal is for this channel, for now, that long-term goal is I'd like to eventually have the means to build my dream vivarium. And then once it's built, I'd like to have one or more cameras filming everything that's happening in there and then post videos of the highlights. Now, if you're curious what my dream vivarium is, I would like for it to be quite big. In fact, just to give you an idea, right now, Luxia's enclosure is a 10 gallons tank, and I want something that would be at least over 60 gallons. I would like to have a slow running waterfall in there as well, and I would like for that waterfall to be directly in the middle of the tank, running into a small pond, let's call it that. Now, on each side of the pond, there would be land with plants, rocks, and some climbing surfaces. Now, in my vision, I see 2 large spiders living in there. And of course, I would love to one day see Luxia and Noxia in there, but who knows? I don't know how long it will take for that terrarium to be built, and my spiders may not be alive long enough to see it. There's really no way to predict this. I would, of course, ensure that there's always easy access to food in there to make sure that the spiders never see each other as food, and I would make sure that there's enough territory for both spiders so that they would feel safe and they would easily tolerate each other's presence. In a perfect world, they would each live on one side of the tank, separated by the pond and the waterfall, and there would be food available in the form of aquatic bugs, maybe sometimes small fish, but also there would be crickets and some isopods inside the tank at all times. This is something I've had in my head for years, and I finally decided I'm going to start working towards that goal. Now, currently, I don't have the financial means to do it, but hopefully with the help of this YouTube channel, I can start building towards it slowly and just make it a long-term project that I progressively work towards and build over time. Hopefully, many of you will be there to experience this with me. So, I'm going to end it on that. Share your thoughts in the comments. All feedback is welcome. You guys take care. Bye for now.
Yeah.